Hi everyone! I'm sorry I haven't been doing videos lately, but it's been very busy lately. I've been doing some classes that have taken a lot of my time, and aside from that, I'm working a lot. It's kind of hard to find time to read lately. I really just have my weekends, and that's it. And so if I decide to do something else on my weekend, then I don't read that weekend. So it's been kind of hard. But I have been reading. That's good. I've been finding some time. And I have a book haul, but it's kind of a restricted book buying system now for me. What I started to do was to allow myself to buy 4 books a month because I think that way it's kind of a manageable thing. You know, if I would read a book a week, then I would do 4 books a month at least, not counting my to be read pile. But it has been working. The first book is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I found out about this book because I saw a movie trailer of this movie that's coming out, I think, in December, that was being filmed by Scorsese. And I loved the trailer. I thought it was so beautiful and so magical, so I had to get the book. And this one won an award, Caldecott Medal. And here it says it's gonna be a major film. And it's huge, guys. It's gorgeous. This book is just beautiful, as you can see. The wonderful thing about this book is that it has tons and tons of illustrations, but it's not very much of a picture book. Because a picture book, you kind of have a picture of a scene or something that's going on. But here, it's part of the story, like you go turning and the scene progresses. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there's Hugo walking, and then you can see him walking. So it's fantastic. It's like you're in a movie and you're following him, and then he gets to where he has to be, and then there's like the real story in between, and then another picture to give the scenery. So it's amazing because it helps tell the story. It's beautiful, beautiful, guys. Of course, there's tons of written pages, but the whole book's like that. I think it's why it's so huge, because there's tons and tons of pictures, and it helps follow the story like a lot. Because the scenes that have a lot of action and mystery, so the scene starts getting a little bit zoom in the characters. So it's fantastic. I already read this book as soon as it got here because I was dying to read it. And I read it super fast because it flows super well because of these illustrations. And I just love the story, guys. It's just beautiful. It's very emotional sometimes, and there's a lot of mystery, and it's very magical too. So I really loved it. And there's another book by Brian Selznick that I think is the same way. I think it's called, I have no idea what it's called. And I think it's the same way, and I'm gonna get the book too because I just love this kind of book. It's awesome. The next book I got is The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende. And apparently this is a German book. Yeah, I think it's German. And this is a Brazilian edition, and Jess told me that she would like to know how this Brazilian titles sound. So this one is called A História Sem Fim, and yeah, it's the never-ending story. The reason I wanted to read this book is because I used to watch this movie when I was a kid, like very little kid, because I didn't remember much of it, just a few scenes. And then I rewatched it, and I decided to pick up the book because a lot of people claim this is their favorite book ever, and I wanted to check out why is that. So I got this one. What I love about this Brazilian edition, I don't know if American editions are like that. The pages are in color, like this is green and red, and the whole book alternates between green and red. Like here. You see this? Yeah. In the beginning of the chapter, there's like this big letter. This is the first letter of this page. So it's very beautiful, and I can't wait to read this. So the next book is Neuromancer by William Gibson. And I have been planning to read this for a while because apparently the Matrix movies were inspired by this kind of cyberpunk book, and apparently this is like the first or the best, something like that. And I was at my local bookstore and they had a huge shelf that was with books on sale. And this one was like super cheap, and I took the opportunity to get it because it's usually quite expensive here. So I got this one like for a quarter of the price it really is. And this is in Portuguese, but it's the same title. Yeah. And a friend of mine told me that he has read this and that it was quite good, so I can't wait to read this. The next book is called The Age of Fable by Thomas Bulfinch, something like that. Yeah. This is, of course, the Brazilian edition, and it would be O Livro de Ouro da Mitologia, História de Deuses e Heróis. Yes, it's a mythology book. So I like this one because I have a book that has mythology tales, but I started going through this book and I realized there were some tales here that my other book didn't have, and I wanted it, so I got this. And most of them are Greek mythology related, but some of them have some Indian culture, Shiva and other gods, and some of it has Egyptian gods and some Nordish, I guess, yeah, Nordish gods and heroes and everything. And it's very cool. There's pictures and there's poems. Yeah, I like it. It's a very cool book, and I love the cover. This is Poseidon in his horse. There's a face of it. Oh, there it is. That's my book haul. I'm gonna have more books coming in the mail soon, I hope, because there are some books that I got that I can't wait to get my hands on. Right now, what I have been reading is Delirium by Lauren Oliver, and I have been loving it. I'm this far in. Yeah, very beautifully written. It's amazing how the writing can give another tone to the story. It's very good. It's a very good book. I hope I can finish it this weekend. So I have been kind of worried about my book challenge for this year because I have read 32. I'm supposed to go to 50. So what I did is I went to my to-be-read pile and I grabbed all the books that I said I have to read this year because they have been sitting there for too long, or that are books that I'm really crazy to read. So I went there, I picked them all up, and I put in little piles around my room so I can, pressure myself and say read them. I have to read them all. So one of the little piles. This is one of the little piles. Yeah, there are two piles here that I have to read. So yeah, guys, that's my update, what's been going on, what I have been reading, and what I plan on reading soon, because I have to finish this challenge. I challenged myself, and now I have to get it done. I have to. So I'm very excited because just not book related at all. I just want to share with you guys. Next week I'm gonna go to this big concert by Eric Clapton. He's playing here in Brazil. I'm gonna go. I'm very excited, and I just wanted to tell you guys I'm excited about going to the concert, and I hope we can do some videos and maybe I'll show you guys how it was. Do you guys know Eric Clapton? Even I am kind of too young to know Eric Clapton, but maybe some old rock fans there know him. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.